Well, here we go again. You join me on a very, very cold day. It's about 2 degrees, it's raining, and today's task is to change the rear brake shoes on the Triumph Acclaim. It is somewhat noisy to stop. Now the brake shoes on this, to get the drum off, you have to remove the rear wheel bearing. They're sort of all integral, so unlike the Dolomite where you just undo 2 screws and the drum just pops off. So I've never done one of these before, so it'll be quite fun. Got all my tools, my tool crunch, my book, the Haynes Book of Lies to tell me what to do, some grease for the reassembly of the rear wheel bearing, and some lovely asbestos-free brake shoes, which are labelled as Triumph Acclaim and probably aren't. But we'll see when we get to it. I've got 2 hours to do this before it gets dark. Fun times. Okay, so step 1 is to remove this split pin, which I've conveniently already bent out of bentness. There's a massive traffic jam forming here, but the DPD van doing a delivery, which is nice. Come on, you bugger. Dear me. I don't want to break this pen because I don't have another one. Oh boy. Hey! Pin removed. Right, stick this in here. It doesn't get lost. Now I can remove this retaining, whatchamacallit, for access to the hub nut. That's quite a big nut. Do I actually have any? I might need to go upstairs and get more larger sockets. Marvellous. Joy of joys, joy of joys. So having got not very far at all into this job, I find that, of course, the largest socket I have in my multitude of tool sets is the 22mm, and that is too small. Looks like this is either a 24, maybe a 26 maybe. Right, okay, let's put it back together. So there we have another failed repair. Although at least it's still light and the car is back to how it was at the start. Now, the current plan is to go do some work to the Dolomite, which needs valve timings and a thermostat change. I might come back to the Acclaim because I want to check the ignition timing. Again, because it's being a bit hesitant to start and running a little bit lumpy on idle, so I'll check that. But first of all, I've got to take that back up there. Oh my goodness. Where did I put the keys? Pretty sure that's a 3-ton cal jack on account of the fact it weighs 3 tons. Right. Now, the next very important step. Right, time for round 2 of work after the failure of the Acclaim's brake shoes. A few bits for the Dolomite. We have a 88-degree thermostat, which should help it stop running so cold, and the associated gasket. We have a rocker cover gasket, because I need to do the valve clearances again, but half-arse it less and possibly actually get them right. And I also have this bush for the steering column where it goes through the bulkhead, as that is rattling around, but that probably won't get done today because it'll probably get dark, but we shall see. Right, so here we go, valve clearances, and we get the rocker cover off. Valve clearances are to be done cold, and this is really very cold, so I think I'm going to do it the rule of 9's way. See how we go. Of course. Oh, this is taking a very long time. There we go. Just pop out there. Beautiful. This rather horrible gasket. Good lord, that's destroyed. Right, so the way the rule of 9 theory works for doing the valve clearances is that you rotate the crankshaft until one of the valves is at its lowest point of travel. In this case I've done number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as low as it will go. 5. And then we count the digits, however many digits we'll need to get from 5 to 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, which means we adjust the valve clearances for valve number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be loose. So then we get the feeler gauge. This is for 0.010 of an inch. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is pretty good, really, unfortunately. Sort of like a tight, you want like a tight fit, but no play. So with that in place, do we have Yeah, that's not moving. So that's probably pretty much bang on. So then we just do the rest of them in that same form. And hopefully then we have valve clearances that are correct. Hopefully. Okay, so here is actually how to adjust the valve clearances. There is a locking nut here, which you want to undo. It's probably horrendously stiff. 1/2 inch fitting on this car. Ooh, it's tight. Okay, there we go. Right. With that locked off, you can adjust the tightness of this fitting using this screw. Very, very small increments. There's not a huge amount of play to work with. Oops. So that's where I want it. Leave that in there for now. And we do up the locking nut, making sure that the screw does not move. I have failed. Let's try that again. Do. So. Okay, that's nice. The margin for error is quite narrow. Perfect. Make sure I've got this nice and tight. Oh dear. Yeah, that's tight. Yay! One done. Right, that's the valve clearances adjusted. Now it's time to fit the new rocker gasket, which I'm going to put in the lid. Because there's like a nice groove here that should hopefully make it slightly more inclined to stay square. This is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Right. This gasket is a lot nicer than the old one. I'll move this out of the way for a second. There we go. There's the gasket all over the place now. Let's see where it is. God, I hate gaskets like this. I seem to quite want to fit at this edge. Okay, that's in. It was this side that was the problem because it was buckling inwards. Oh God, it's miles away. Son of a bitch. I need you to be out here. seems like this a little blob of sealant would be most handy. Blob, miles away. Sad. It's going to require wrangling. Right, that took a while, but in the end, what I did was I taped the very edges of the rocker cover gasket to the sides of the rocker cover itself. You can probably see the tape there, just along the very edge. In the theory being that it'll hold the gasket in place just long enough for me to tighten this down, but not, it'll just peel off because it's not on very tight, it's just on just enough to hold it to the edge of the rocker cover, which is where it should be. And no doubt it won't work and it'll still piss oil everywhere. Fucking oil cap. Oh, it's getting very cold now, very cold. There are supposed to be little fibre washers on these nuts, I believe, but sadly I do not have them. I don't think this car's ever had them, not as long as I've had it anyway. So it's just a little bit incontinent at the top. But that's okay, because the oil pressure is so bad, it doesn't really make a difference. And now we simply peel the tape off. Super. That's as tight as I dare take it. The nuts can get stuck to the studs, which will be annoying. Right, now to replace this thermostat. What fitting is this? 1/2 inch. I'm going to go get the appropriate socket. Oh dear, come on. Oh, that's quite stiff. Come on. Hey, it's coming. Good lord, that's a lot of gunk in there. Oh dearie me, half the thread's missing. That would explain it. Why must everything on this car be shit? Probably because I've been here before and fucked all the fixings. Because that's what I do. Ow. Okay, here we go. This gasket's ruined. It's literally disintegrating. Lovely. And what is the thermostat? It is a made in Taiwan. No jiggle pin on this one, interestingly. 180. Presumably that is Fahrenheit. Which is, in real units, 82 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it's sort of mid-range one then. Beautiful. Bye. Okay, time to clean up and reassemble. Oh, it's getting dark now. Okay, here's the new thermostat, complete with jiggle pin. So technically it should be better than the one I just took out. Lovely. Jiggle pins are always good to have. It's all bloody soaking wet here. Let's try and get it at least vaguely dry before fitting the new gasket. It's not really going to work because all the coolant is still spilling out. Fuck it, that'll do. If that'll do, gasket. Beautiful. This thermostat housing cap thing goes on this way around. I'm not sure which way it is. Okay. Woof woof. I can't feel my fingers. It's becoming a problem. There we go. Right, new thermostat is in.